Hi everyone, and welcome to tonight's show. For those of you who don't know, I'm Zeleny. I'm your host.
And I'm Wendy.
And I'm Wendy. The content that you guys hear is not suitable for children under the age of 18 unless you are their parent and allow it due to content, language, anything else that may be. The music that you hear in the background, it's ours, so we have all the rights to it. You know, you hear the Friday Night Fight. Anyway. Ooh, I knew it. Look, why is Wendy glowing like that? She looks really good today, right? You want to know what it is? No, you want to know what it is?
What is it?
It's the question that was asked.
Yes,
is she
I'm
single?
trying to bag one of y'all. Bag one of y'all.
Hi guys,
Oh my God.
We are sponsored by Zell's Total Body Sculpting, and not only that, but the name has changed. Sorry about that. For those of you who don't know, I love crystals. I am into crystals. They call me. I love it. And I don't know why I keep trying to cover it. Wendy's like, I have a crystal for you before I forget. I don't know if you can see that, but Wendy has a crystal for me. And I love it. But anyways. Okay. That really brought. Anyways, let's start the show with our tradition. Yeah, shots. It's shot time. Let us know what you're taking a shot of. This is regular, schmegular, degular. Tito's vodka.
Nothing special.
All right. The topics for tonight are bad service. How do you communicate a bad service or bad product? The second topic is a cheating parent.
Would you tell the other parent if you found out one of them was cheating?
Ooh. Also, the last topic is if you're in a long distance relationship and you fly that person out to you, is sex expected?
Well, what if you're just talking and not in a relationship?
Okay, or just talking. Yeah, that's true. Is sex expected? And you paid for everything. Like, you paid for their flight, you paid for their stay, you're paying for, their food.
Dinner, attractions, I don't know, tourist shit.
Wenzel. Ooh, Wenzel. Hey, I like that name. Hi, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into topic number 1. So, how do you communicate bad service or a bad product? This is something that irks my soul. Okay, let's go. How do you communicate? If you're somewhere, I'm sorry, I need to cross my legs. If you are somewhere and you have bad service and you communicate it in a rude or disrespectful way, that irks. It irks my soul. They're human beings. And it's not what you say. I say it all the time. It's how you say it. And sometimes the people that you communicate it to, they don't even have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they're just bringing out your food sometimes.
Yeah, like a food. If you're at a food place, or let's just say you're at a special event and they accommodated you somewhere that you shouldn't have been. Now you take it out on them. They don't have anything to do with that. But most of the time, you're right. It does have to do in a restaurant. And it's basically your waiter or waitress that you take it out on. And that irks my soul when you're rude to them.
Yeah, I definitely stopped going out with certain people because of their behavior. I have a really close friend and his significant other. I've invited her out and stuff like that, but after that display, I've stopped. She's not allowed. Like, we not even, like, even if we're not going out to dinner, if we're doing a potluck.
We forgot to say what we're drinking today.
Oh.
Sorry, really
Cranberry
quick.
and vodka.
It's-
Tito's. We
it's
just kept it
just-
simple.
Kept it simple today. Cranberry and vodka. If you want to make it, you take cranberry, you take Tito's, you mix it together. However the portions, sizes, you could do that all on your own. Anyways, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, like they even know, like, we do potlucks. She's not invited. Like, even it's everyone's bringing her own. No, we don't want her around because that one experience was enough. Like, no, because you don't have respect for other people. We don't associate. Like, a group of us refused to associate after that display because it was really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Like, when we left, we all kind of told her off as well, and it was just like, no, this is unacceptable. And that was it. That was the last outing she's ever joined us.
I've had experiences where I have been out with actually like different people, and they've communicated like annoyance. You can communicate when something is bad, or if you're receiving bad service, or if something's wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
You can communicate that. But here's the thing. If you go out with somebody and every time you go out with the same people and there's something wrong only with their stuff, every time you go out with them, who's the problem? They are. Obviously they are. And I as well have stopped going out with them, or even inviting them or letting them know where I'm going, because I just, number one, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I mean, who wants to go out with people like that? That's number one. Like, where you gotta sit like this and you gotta worry about, now you've said something, you've said it the wrong way, and now your food is compromised.
See, for me, I can handle embarrassment. I'm like, I really don't care because I am the biggest fool. I make the biggest fool out of myself. So I'm like, whatever. But it's just, I cannot tolerate, like, the disrespect. Like, dude, like, if it's not warranted, I'm like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I understand sometimes, and it does happen, because you know some of these workers be nasty as hell as well. And I'll be like, okay, I can kind of see it. I'm trying to be nice. Like, I know you've worked all day. But that's not my fault.
Yeah.
Like, don't catch it with me. But
and you will go somewhere and you will get bad service from somebody. I mean, it's bound to happen. But do you end up eating the food that they bring out? I don't. I'll pick around my plate. I'll be like, like, did this person like
do something? And here's the thing.
I won't eat. I'll be like, damn, like, I can't. Because of this person, there might be sputum in my food. Oh, I'm sorry. Or they might have taken my bread, or they might have wiped the table with it.
I mean, we do see, and it sucks about social media because you see these people doing stupid shit all the time, like taking the loaf of bread and rubbing it against the ball sack, spitting in ice cream and milkshakes and all.
Oh, yeah. Ball sack and that trick was hard to bring down.
Let's not act like we haven't seen these videos.
No, I know that, but listen, the ball sack that I choose to lick or something like that, I choose to lick that one. But the one that you rub on my bread may not be the one that I want on my bread. I'm sorry.
Hey, I agree. Like,
and the funny thing is that it's happened for such a long time, but social media has become so popular that now there's videos left and right of it.
It has happened a long time, but I think social media has increased of it happening just because people are like, I can go viral now. Whereas before, people weren't like, who's gonna know except for us?
Yeah. I mean, there's easier ways to communicate when you've had a bad service.
Oh, definitely.
Like, number one, it's reduce the amount of the tip that you're gonna give them. That's number one. When you have a bad service, you tip them less and you let them know why. There's plenty of room on the receipt where you can write your tip was reduced because this, and that. If the service was bad because of that person. Now, you have to remember, the person that's serving you is not making your food.
Yeah.
So you don't reduce their tip because your cook was bad. If the service you physically received from the waiter or waitress if they never came to check up on you, if they didn't refill your glass, whatever the case may be, if their service was bad, then you can, when you hit somebody's pocket, that's how you can teach them a lesson. Plain and simple. But being rude, that's not a way to do it. Just saying. Now, what if a product is bad?
I'll be quick to email. Like, hey, I received this. This is wasn't what I ordered or what I expected. It wasn't, like, whatever the issue is, I let them know. Like, or this isn't what you advertised, like this and this and this. See, I've never had any bad experience. I've
never had a bad experience, like, Shein or Shein, however you want to say it. I order from them all the time. And it's rare that I'll have something bad, a bad product. And I've emailed them and they're like quick. I've always had a great experience with them. I've emailed them and they've sent me my return. They'll tell me keep that, we don't want it back. Now what if it's, and it's bad to say this. You know how they're always constantly telling you shop local, shop small businesses. I've had the worst experience with shopping local and shop small businesses. You want to know why?
Why?
Because with them, it's harder to tell them when their product and either their product or their services suck. Number one, people, they're so personal to you, they tend to take things more defensive. If you tell them their product is, in other words, sucks or is no good, they take it personal. Whereas when you have big companies, because they buy in bulk, because they're not manufacturing it, it's non-personal to them. Whereas shopping small, shopping local is not. They do take it personal because it's small. It's them. They've invested in it personally out of pocket.
Yeah.
So they want it to succeed naturally, of course. So they tend to take that defensive. It's harder to tell them that.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, unfortunately, like most of the small businesses I've like brought order, I've never really had an issue with. So I'm like, I haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had to like make a complaint or anything.
And it's funny too I'm gonna get a lot of backlash when I say this, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm a minority, so I can say it. It's harder to shop with a minority as well. If you have a business and you're a minority, it's even harder because, and I've read online as well. You want to know why? Because when they open up a business, something in them clicks. And it's like they have a superiority, like, oh, I have a business now. And like, you can't talk to me this way. You can't tell me anything about this product that I'm selling now. And it's make it harder to tell them anything about their products. I mean, I've had like 2 experiences so far. I mean, I'm sorry to say it. There's one viewer that agrees.
Like I said, I've never experienced any bad. And I usually, if I'm buying from a small business, I gear towards the minority. Yeah. I try to support minority small business.
If
so like, that's like say, I've never had an experience. So
I'll mention one, and I don't mention names or whatever because you always want somebody to form or grasp an opinion of their own.
Yeah.
When it comes to like food, catering food, you buy small, local, as opposed to going to like a restaurant. The food wasn't great. It wasn't good. The portion wasn't good as well. It wasn't cooked thoroughly. You let them know about it. Quick to catch an attitude. Well, I mean, that's what it is.
It's not cooked thoroughly.
Or if, let's just say, it didn't have the flavor that it should have had. I mean, if I go to, let me tell you what, if I go to Olive Garden, the flavor is always on point. Now, if I go, I'll shop local because I'm shopping local. They're local. It's a local restaurant. It's a small, minority-owned business. It's Caribbean. And the food is not on point. It doesn't taste good. The flavor's not there. And you tell them that, quick, offensive. Offensive. Instead of saying, you know what, maybe this doesn't taste the greatest. I've had amazing experiences with my peoples. I had some not so good. Knowledge and customer service training is a big part, right? And I'm not saying not all the experiences are bad. Like I said, I've shopped local, amazing. I've had like two bad experiences. But it's harder to communicate that with them because when you're small, you don't go through customer service training. You don't put yourself in customer service training. You don't invest in customer service training. You don't put knowledge in your pocket.
See, I've had like the opposite experience. Like, again, I've never really had a complaint or a bad experience with a small business. But now, like, those chain businesses, they're extra fucking rude. And I don't know if it's because they know they're a corporation or if they got up, like, I feel like, are fucking disrespectful as well. Where the small businesses, I feel like my experience at least, have always been, they're going out, trying to go out their way so that you can buy their service or their product. And they're trying to entice you, whether it be like, oh, here's coupons for next time, or, well, if you like us on our social media, I'll give you like 10% off, and like little things like trying to like, oh, well, all right, well, if you buy this, I'll throw this in there. Yeah. Like, my experiences with chain are a whole lot worse than small businesses. And I was like, I haven't had a complaint with small business. And I don't know, maybe it's like you were like it's minorities for the small business. I was like, maybe it's just the white people because most corporations are white.
Well, I've had terrible experiences as well as like Applebee's. I'll talk about Applebee's right away. My son has really bad asthma. My son was having an asthma attack flare-up where he couldn't breathe, and it was to the point where he ended up throwing up his food, and the waiter was like, maybe you want to take your son home if he's sick. I looked at him, I was like, he's having an asthma attack. I have his pump here. Obviously, when your throat is closing and your lungs are shutting down, you're trying to gasp for air. And I was like, if you really don't know, obviously if my son is sick, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. If you don't know. So I've had experiences with bad customer service. Now, I'm not talking obviously about the food. I'm talking about now customer service. Yeah. But I've also had experience where I shopped local. It was like an exercise outfit where it was so loose and it was like a medium. And we all know I'm not a medium. Like the bottom I'm a large, on the top I'm a medium now. But where it was a medium in both areas. It was so loose under here. There was no way I was ever going to be able to exercise in that. Like the material was bad. Yeah. Around the thigh area, it was loose. Like it wasn't an exercise outfit. It was
like one of those outfits they ordered from China?
Yes. Yeah.
That sounds horrible, but
it was like an AliExpress thing.
Okay.
Like maybe you purchased it and then you sold it yourself.
And it's possible. People do that. They sell stuff.
So I communicated that, and I didn't get a great response back. You were supposed to stand behind the product you sell as a small business. So you get them in both. And like I said, I've only had like 2 bad experiences, but the person took it personally.
I mean,
and it wasn't toward them.
It was toward the product.
It was toward the product you're selling, but
they didn't make it.
You could tell that it was purchased.
Okay.
You could tell that it was purchased. But they took it so personally that I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen again. And I'm not going to purchase from you again.
See, that would have been an easy fix. Either you can be like, I'll refund it, and if you can't, store credit. If not, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'll contact the business, whoever you purchased it from, like, let them know. I'm going to pass on your complaint. But what I will do is maybe give you a coupon, like, you know,
something.
Like,
you could have done something so much better because it's your business.
Yeah, and I mean, you might have been the only one, or you might have been just giving her her or him. I just assume clothes women. Sorry,
Yeah.
That's like a really fucked up assumption, though.
Girl, what do you mean?
No, because men could sell clothes.
True that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, assumption to assume her. Women clothes. I automatically correlate with women, but I've seen some men dress. Anyways, that's what I started.
Oh, look, the Legacy Market tomorrow, 931 Hamilton Street, all small business market. Oh, very good. There you go, guys. If you want to shop small business, tomorrow.
I think that's like at 10 in the morning.
10 o'clock.
I think he'll have to verify that.
So, I mean, that's all the time we have for this. Do you want to add on anything to this?
I don't think I do.
Don't be a dick to people. That's all I've got to say when it comes to bad service.
I agree.
Communicate a little bit better.
And I hate when people film it and post it. Like, that's something to brag or be proud
Yeah.
of. Like, no, it just lets me use a fucking piece of shit and keep it moving. Like, why?
Yeah, I can't. I have less respect for you if you start posting things than actually doing something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess if you do have a product that you've had bad service with, again, say something courteously to the person. If
I'll be like, I'm sorry for my friend. Even though no matters.
I won't apologize for my friend. I just never go out with that friend again. I'm not apologizing for somebody else's mistake or their attitude or how they behave. I probably will talk about you behind your back.
I will.
I
will apologize just to let them know, like, the rest of us, or at least I don't agree, and I don't, because I'll be like, you're such a dick. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, that's it. No. So, you know, like, I'm not on board. I don't feel the same way. Because he's not speaking for the whole fucking group.
Yeah, I won't apologize on nobody's behalf. I ain't apologizing for you being a dick. I'm just not going to ever invite you. Or I'll probably invite you again. Maybe you were having a bad day because everybody's entitled to have a bad day.
I'm not inviting you again.
I probably will invite you.
You're entitled to a bad day, but I'm not inviting you again.
I'll probably invite you one more time, but if I see that you act up again, you're cut off from going out with us again.
Once and done is for me. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yep. Once and done.
You're vicious.
Once and done.
All right. I'm going to be like this when I go out. Yes.
Yes, I'm going to be like, Zell, she just yes, you out. Call her a bitch.
Yes, sir. Next topic. If you caught your mom or your dad cheating on either one of them, are you going to tell your parent about it? What would you guys do? I don't know. I don't know if I would. Okay, so I will blackmail the shit out of my other parent. I'd be like, yeah, I want these sneakers. I'll tell mom. I'll tell mom what you did. Mom, I'll tell dad. No, I want them. I want those pants. I want that laptop. You know what? I'm hungry. I think I want some Olive Garden today. I will blackmail the shit out of my parents. I'll tell.
They're going to be the ones that tell them on themselves. You know what? Matter of fact, I got this. Dealing with your ass. They're going to be like, I have something to confess. Because I'm not buying this bitch everything.
I don't know. Listen, I'm going to be real honest with this one. I'm not quite sure if I would say something. You want to know why?
Go ahead.
Would your parent really want to know? Like, I would be like, you better stop.
I think age also plays a factor into it.
Would they want to know? And by you, their child?
I mean, like I said, I think age plays a factor.
Hold on. In this topic, I say stay out of grown folks' business. But let me tell you what, I'm a grown folk. At this age, if I caught my parent cheating, I'm a grown folk. I'm almost like whatever age I am. I'm almost 23. I'm a grown folk. So, if someone says, sure will.
Sure will tell or sure will blackmail as well?
But it's not your business. It is my business when it comes to my parent because I love the shit out of my mom. And I love the shit out of my dad. And I love the shit out of my mom and my dad together. So if one of my parents is doing something to compromise the happiness of my other parent, I'm snitching.
I'm selling too.
See, here's the thing. Do I want one of my kids to tell me? I would want to hear it from him. I don't, the rest of my life, I've got to know that, damn, my kid was the one that told me. I would tell my dad, like, yo, you have 24 hours to tell my mom before I tell her. Because that would break my heart if one of my kids told me, like, damn, my kid saw him doing that. Even though he knows it, I don't want to hear it from my kid's mouth. I want to hear it from his mouth. So then I can knock his fronts out. But, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway. No, you grown. So it's not out. It's not out you anymore.
About you anymore.
Oh. It's your family, so it's your business. Yes. It is. Yeah. It's grown folks. I'm grown folks.
I agree. Sorry.
Oh.
I read ahead.
It's not fair for a parent to have a child keep a secret from the other parent. Yes. I think I would be like, you have 24 hours to tell my mom what you did. I think you have 24 hours to tell my dad what you did. If not, I would say it, but it would break my heart to break my mom's or my dad's heart.
So, question. So, in this scenario, hypothetical, of course, but did your parent know that you saw them? What if they don't know that you saw them? Do you approach them and be like, I know what you did?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be like, listen, motherfucker.
Before you hit me for cursing.
No, I'm gonna be like, and if he says, what you say, I'll be like, you just shut your mouth. Shut your mother effing mouth. I was like, I saw you yesterday at the Hilton Top Hotel. Don't ask what I was doing there. I saw you and you got 24 hours to tell mom, or I'm gonna tell mom myself. Then I would probably give them that ultimatum, because here's the thing. You're not gonna sit there and you're not gonna make my mom look stupid. You're not gonna make my dad look stupid. And that, it says for both. For both.
Vice versa, doesn't matter.
I wouldn't wanna tell my mom, because that would break my mom's heart. I wouldn't want to tell my dad. I don't want to, even though I know it, let me just shut up and not tell her I know it. Let me act like I don't know. Because you already are making her, you know the embarrassment she's going to feel if it comes from one of her kids? Like, I saw dad getting it in with another woman.
Well, how do you think she would feel if she found out that you knew?
And didn't tell her?
Yeah.
But what if she found out, like, dad, I mean, she knows and she told me I had 24 hours to tell you. If not, she was going to tell you. If not, I think she would feel like I didn't want to tell you because he needed to be the one to confront the situation himself. He needed to be the one to tell you, not me.
And what if she feels like, why didn't you just tell me right away? Why'd you wait a whole day?
Fuck out of here. They keep hella secrets from us. Because they're our parents. Yeah. Just like, okay. Do you keep secrets from your son?
You probably do.
You probably do. As a parent, you keep secrets from your kids. I don't tell my kids everything. They don't need to know everything. That's what you do as a parent. You keep certain secrets from your children. You don't want to. Yes, exactly. But now that secret that you kept, your kid caught you. So now your kid is going to put that on your lap, and you have to face the consequences to tell your truth. I don't need to tell the truth for you unless you're like, I'm not telling your mom. I guess you're going to be the one to tell your mom. Then now you're putting it back on my lap.
And if he does, or she?
Well, then I guess I got to tell my mom, because now me and my mom are whooping your ass. Or me and my dad are whooping your ass.
That's just like, I'm in this fight regardless. I'm hitting somebody.
Yes. That's making your child sneaky and malicious. I agree. And it's teaching them as well in the future, if they're in a relationship, that they can be a cheater and keep things a secret from their spouse. Stay out of grown folks' business. I am a grown folk, though. We're not little kids.
Okay,
no
so
more.
let's say if you were like 8 years old, what would you do? Like, you caught your dad. Like, what do you do in that situation?
See, that's difficult because what if your dad saw you and now tells you, mira, nena, ven acá. Tú no le puedes decir, oh, I'm sorry. Come here, child. You can't tell your mom nothing. You know, that's a secret. You can't say nothing. As an 8-year-old, you're probably not going to tell.
As an 8-year-old, you're probably not going to know much either.
Right.
I want to put it past. These kids fucking fast as hell nowadays.
Yes, but see, me, I was a very nosy child. And I always put my nose where it didn't belong. That's why I got so many ass whoopings as a little kid. So I would have said something. I would have been like, ooh, mommy, yo vi a Ale. Or I would have been like, Ana, yo vi a mami con esta, estaban besándose. Like, I would have said something about my mom and my dad. I would have automatically said it and gotten in trouble. I would have gotten my ass beat for telling the truth. And then I would have been with my dad getting his ass beat, or I would have been my mom getting her ass beat, one or the other. I always try to teach my children to tell the truth. You know, there's always one. There's always one.
Yeah.
Obviously, you haven't learned how to stay out of grown folks' business. I am a grown folk. Shut up. No, I
How old you
haven't.
gotta be to be considered grown folk?
Listen, when I had my own children, I started becoming a grown folk. Therefore, I'm a grown folk.
So, damn it, I said it, and that is it.
So basically, what you're telling me, soy la maná, is if you saw one of your parents cheating on each other, you wouldn't say nothing? If you out the house. Exactly, I'm a grown folks. I'm 25 and I'm still not a grown folk to my family. We'll never be grown folks. I'm the baby of 7. And I'm never going to be a grown folk.
They just think I'm the devil.
They yell at me in front of my own kids. I'd be like, who are you talking to like that? They'd be like, te me calla la boca. I'd be like, okay, Monday. No. Stay out of grown folks' business. No, I'm not. So you wouldn't say anything. Normally, I wouldn't say anything, but because I don't know how to stay out of grown folks' business, you are so wrong. What are you teaching your child? What are you teaching your child? That it's okay for that to happen?
So if your child, this is going straight to Soy La Mana, that if your child came to you and was like, yo, I saw Grammy, or whatever name he calls her, kissing another dude that wasn't Pappy, what are you going to tell your child? And what are you going to do about that? Are you going to tell your child, don't say anything, and then you're going to be like, I'm not saying anything? Or are you going to tell your child, don't say anything, I'm going to handle it, and then address them? Or
I'm teaching him to stay out of my business. No, I would stay out of grown folks' business.
Yo!
I can't.
To each their own.
To each their own, yeah.
I'm just glad we ain't got a child together.
I am glad we're not together. We don't have a child together.
Yeah.
Because I would slap you and your kid. Yo, really.
No, but the kids, it's not the kid's fault.
No, or you know what? I would cheat on you with my kid next to me. I'd be like, stay out of grown folks' business.
Stop!
Stay out of grown folks' business. We going somewhere.
I can't with you.
Look, I'll teach him to stay out of grown folks' business and teach him right from wrong of the situation.
So, at that point...
And I'll teach him, take your kids wherever you go with you and to keep your mouth quiet.
So, hold on. So, staying out of grown folk business, is it the same concept if he sees, like, if he's, I don't know, at work or whatever, and he sees a woman getting hit, you won't tell him to stay behind, like, don't get involved, call 911, you just tell him to keep it moving?
He's gonna tell him Kate stay out of grown folks' business.
So, like, if his wife gets beat up, you still stay out of grown folk business too?
I can't.
You know what? Like I said, to each their own.
So being spiteful is the answer.
How is being spiteful the answer? All we said is we would tell the other one the truth. It's not like we're going to be in their face like, ha! That's why you couldn't keep your man happy. He cheated on you. We're just going to be like, so-and-so. Like,
I'm not being spiteful. I'm playing this game good. Come on, Pappy. We going somewhere. We having fun. Mind your business. It's grown folks things.
So you're going to be like, sit and watch TV. I'll be right out.
I'll be right there in that room, okay? You sit down and mind your business.
You're ridiculous. That's all I got to say.
One down.
Oh, God. We're going to have to pay for, like, for therapy for this kid. This kid's going to be so fucking traumatized.
I'm sorry. This is funny. But I do. I'm sorry, that was a good one.
I can't help
So
with
being
that.
spiteful is the answer. It's not being spiteful. It's minding grown folks' business. Let me just rub here on my crystal a little bit. I got my crystal in here.
Oh.
All right, that's enough for this topic.
Sure is.
So we're in agreement here. Well, some of us are.
I'm telling. That's what I know I'm doing. I'm telling.
You're telling your mom?
I'm telling.
Right away. You're not even going to give your dad the opportunity.
Nah.
And you're not even going to give your mom the opportunity.
Nah. I'm telling. I'm telling, and that's it. After I told you what y'all discussed is upon y'all, I don't need to be involved.
Hey, had to run to the store to buy cranberry juice and vodka.
Whoop, whoop.
Cheers. We hope that goes down good. It is.
I was like, why wouldn't it?
What is at the bottom of yours?
Cherries. I wanted cherries.
Oh.
You want maraschino cherries? Do you like maraschino cherries?
No, I don't want cherries now that I'm halfway done with my drink.
It's just
You're so greedy. I'm telling you.
You saw me open the jar. I literally was just like fighting with it and opened it.
I'm telling too. I'm telling. I'm gonna give them the opportunity to tell. I'm gonna give them to tell their truth. And if you don't tell, then I'll tell.
And so here's the thing. I know we're almost switching topics, but so let's say you're not even let's say you're a teenager, you see it, you give them 24 hours, they don't say anything, you go tell your mom. Now they come and like, she's a liar. Why would you believe her over me? And your mom believes him, so what do you do then? Or dad believes her, or whatever.
I'm gonna be like, fine, believe what you want. At least I told you what was going on and I gave him 24 hours to tell me. You want to be a cuenua? That's on you. That's on you. I gave him 24 hours to tell you. He wasn't going to tell you. He was going to keep banging the other chick, or she was going to keep banging the other guy.
If he tells her you're lying, he's probably still going to bang her.
But at least now she's aware of it. But see, let me just say, if getting proof, I was just going to say that. If I saw him and he didn't see me, I'm whipping out that phone like, clack, 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 clack.
She's like, videotape.
Yep. Yes.
It's like, I didn't know he liked that position.
Or even if I see them getting out somewhere, they're in the car. If I see that, I'm whipping out that phone real fast. And here's the thing where you have to be stealthy. You don't say you have the proof. Be like, I saw you with my eyes. And change that password to that phone and say you lost that phone because your parents are quick to want to take your stuff. Right. The point is not staying shut or letting them know. Either way, however you want to do it, then do it. Say right away. The problem here is, I feel like maybe it's just the way I was raised. My mom and my dad always gave us the opportunity to say what it was that we did before someone else said it. My mom always gave us, My mom knew when we skipped school or we were absent from school or we skipped the class because, of course, she got the phone call. My mom was always like, what did you do? Even when she didn't know, she would give us the opportunity to rat our own selves out. So she would be like, what did you do? And even if she didn't know, I can't remember what it was. I skipped school with a friend, right? And we were driving in a convertible, right? My dad was coming in the other lane, and we were like, woo, right? And then I was like, oh shit, my dad. She was like, get down, get down. So I got down, but it was too late. My dad saw us, so because he was coming in the other car, right? And when I got home, he was like, so tell me, what did you do today? And I was like, dang, he saw me already. Yeah. He literally saw me. So what do I got to do? I've got to tell him myself. So I told him myself. I ended up getting in trouble, whatever. My mom, she had to be all dramatic. And
something could have happened to you, my little Sally Wally.
No, she didn't call me Sally Wally. But she did. She was never that nice about stuff. We always got a chance to tell our own
your
truth.
Version,
right? So I guess that's why I always say, like, I always give the person or the benefit of you tell what you did. If you don't say it, then I'ma say it. Whereas I'm just not gonna come out and just boom say whatever it is you did, I'ma say it for you. If you don't believe it, then hey, that's on you. At least it was said.
I feel like I had to sneeze. Ooh, it ain't coming. It ain't coming.
But that's either way. I feel like what you're doing is right. Go tell. I feel like what I'm doing is right. I'm gonna tell a few.
And here's the thing too. I know we were giving him a lot of shit, but every parent is different.
Yeah.
So maybe in his case, he's like, I stay out of grown folks' business because I don't want to get beat.
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't know.
Right. What if he did say something and his mom was like, oh, I've been knowing.
She's like, I have my own boyfriend too.
Like, oh, I don't care. Like, he pays the bills. I don't care. Or what if he says something and she ends up staying with him anyways? Because a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Their partner cheats and they end up staying with the damn person anyway. What was the point in saying anything?
The point, it's not about them breaking up or trying to get a different outcome. I think that the point is, I want you to be aware of it and to get it off my conscience. Like, I don't want to feel guilty hiding or,
me knowing. Yeah.
Like, at least you know. If you're okay with it, then I washed my hands of it. I did my part and I keep it moving.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Next topic. If you guys want to send comments, we're still listening. We'll still, comment back on that. All right.
Flying out someone you're talking to.
Yes. You don't even have to be in a relationship.
If you're talking to someone and you fly them out and you pay for their hotel or whatever, like the whole thing's planned, it's coming out your pocket, are you expecting sex? Do you think that should be an expectation? Do you think they should expect to give you some? Like, you should be like, that's a...
He said my mom's beat me for telling too.
He's like, either way, I'm catching hands.
If I don't tell, I'm getting beat. If I do tell, I'm getting beat. So, are you expected? All right. I want to hear guys' point of view and I want to hear girls' point of view.
I'm more intrigued than the guy. So if you're the one paying for this chick to come out, do you think she should already be in this mind frame like, I'm going to give ass?
So I stayed out of grown folks' business. You've established that throughout the whole 20 minutes of this conversation. You stay out of grown folks' business.
I'm going to remember that. Like, if I have an argument, don't say shit, don't comment, like, nothing.
That
ain't
grown folks' business. That's it. I think he's older than you.
All right, forget it. I'm going to just take back my comment.
You can still tell him. You can still tell him that. Be like, just
mentally, I'm older than you. How about that?
Stay out of grown folks' business. All right. While we wait for the men in this chat to start filling the comment section, from a girl's point of view, Because there are women who are, talking to somebody, will fly a man. But if you do this as a woman, if you fly a man out,
I ain't flying no man out.
I ain't flying no man out. I'm not paying for your stay. I'm not paying for your
You can pay
food.
for yourself if you want to come visit me. Don't expect sex. If I decide to give it to you, that's a difference. But do not expect it, because I will cuss you out.
Let me tell you what. If I wouldn't even do this, because listen, if I'm paying for your stay, I'm paying for your food, what the fuck do I need you for? Excuse my language, but there are some women out there who are very stupid to do this. We have a lot of those in Allentown.
There's some women that like to nurture. I don't want to be like mother, because that's just weird.
Nurture,
baby.
No.
Baby, I don't know, spoil, I guess is a better word. I just like people have some weird ass kinks. I'm just gonna put it that way.
Anyway, but if I am flying you out to Pennsylvania, I'm paying for your stay.
Number one, why am I flying you out to here? Like, what the fuck is out here? Like, I'm gonna be like, meet me in the
You better give up the D. That's for sure. I'm expecting that.
I'm like,
because why else would I want you here?
I'm gonna be like, meet me in a different country, because if the money I spend for you to come here is the money I can spend to take myself out there and get D's in a different country. Like, am I wrong? Like, what is so special about your dick that I'm flying you out here when I could just go to like Costa Rica or Paris or...
Yeah, but I don't know. If I'm doing all of that, I'm expecting something in return. I'm expecting what? I'm coming over here just to see your face?
Orgasms.
Yeah. I want them...
Multiple of them.
I want them flowing. I want it flowing like the Mississippi River. I want the orgasms flowing. Why else would I be flying you out here? Why else would you be coming here?
Coming.
Exactly, coming. Why else? I'm paying for your food. Why else? For your conversation? It's called FaceTime.
I was going to say the same thing. I was like, I get it.
WhatsApp. I can video chat you. But here's the thing. I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting it. Is it happening? Yes. If not, you're staying where you're at.
It sounds like you're expecting it.
I'm not expecting it.
So please explain to me your logical reason as why it's not an expectation.
Because expecting is such a bad word to say. But no. If you're paying for everything for somebody to come over here, why else?
Like, honestly, at that point, I feel like hire a prostitute. You already shelled out money.
Yeah.
An escort, prostitute, whatever. Don't ask me.
For a man, yes. If I'm flying you out, you should put out.
So if you were a girl, which I feel like your answer's still going to be the same, and some dude flew you out, you put out? Like, I don't know how often you've... So let's say this is your first time meeting in person, because it's a long distance.
Let's be real. Let's be real. If a man's flying you out, what else is...
Like, if I don't plan on giving you any...
Don't go.
No, I'm going to let you know in advance. If you still want to fly me out when you know we're not having sex, then great. But if I don't plan and you're like, well, then forget this trip, I'm going to be like, it's cool. If not, let's keep it moving.
For women, I'll bet anything. If a woman is flying a man out, it's because you know you're going to get your back broke. Exactly. Like if... Now here... Oh, I got another thing.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
What if you go... Okay, and this man does all this talking and you don't even make your spine crack. Like
you mean like you just wondering what you wasted the last 5 minutes on?
Yeah, like I'd be like, you know
that's
what?
Can
I get my money? Can I get money back? Because he's gonna be like, I paid for everything. Can I get money back? Because this was not worth my trip.
So in this scenario, I already flew out there.
I flew out there. I'm the girl. I've got all these expectations like, woo.
But you know what? It's not yet.
Woo.
So if this is only like a 5-minute man, I'm going to be like, all right, since I
wasted my time, I want money now.
But you didn't pay anything.
I know, but now I want money for
so
compensation.
Like, did he fly you out to a place you've never been? Because if that's the case, we going on excursions and tours or whatever. 5 minutes of my day? Fuck it.
Woo! I love how delayed this is. Can you sue somebody? I want compensation for wasted time.
I mean, at this point,
I've had expectations because you said you were going to deliver something and you didn't come through. A woman is not going to fly out if she doesn't know. But if she knows he's blows back, she's going to do so. Here's the thing. We're talking. I don't know, but you're doing a lot of this. So I'm going with the expectation of something happening. And it's like 2 minutes and it's not even great.
So, I don't know if you remember, like, a couple of months ago, there was, like, this whole thread about this lady that got flew out. The guy paid for everything, hotel stay and everything, and she was not going to give him any. So he was like, oh, really? Get out my car, cancel the hotel, cancel the return flight. I was like, that's your problem. She didn't have no money. Like, she came out here not expecting to spend any money. And, like, because he was like, I'm going to cover it all. But then again, they're not both being straightforward. Like, I'm going to cover it all if I get some.
Okay, did he say that from the beginning?
No, he didn't.
Did she say she wasn't going to give him anything from the beginning?
No, he didn't. They just had their own assumptions.
Okay, so they're both wrong.
I don't, at this point, and my point is, I'm like, as a woman, whether he assumed we were going to have sex or not, I flew out there. I'm going to make sure I have money, at least enough to come back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not expecting you to pay. Like, you said you were going to pay for it, great, but I'm still going to have fucking money.
Oh, if you don't know, that's a risk you take, just like it's a risk for a guy. She can be lame in bed.
But what if that's a professional? Like, she's just like a fish. I'm like a fish, just left in the bed. Sorry.
But see, can I sue for, like, false information? What if he said he's, like, amazing, he's super long, and
Here's the thing, it's not a fact. It's
what he thinks.
Or maybe that's what someone else told him.
Can you be like, can you send my flight back home early?
He might be like, I'm not paying for shit, you deal with it.
A fish.
Y'all know, like, I'm not the only one that heard that term. They're like, she be laying there like a fish because all she does, like, stop. I cannot. Okay, I know guys know this term because I've heard it from guys. Stop.
Yo,
no, that's not horrible.
Did you really just pop like a fish live?
This is how you know. You know what? I think my New Year's resolution is to make more female friends.
But you don't fly out on the first date. You both live far. So what are you supposed to do if you don't fly out? You'll never meet.
Okay, so I know somebody.
I'm screaming.
I'm sorry. Not all my brain cells are there.
Yeah, you're always gonna remember that. Yeah. And the funny thing is, this is always gonna be on there, so you can go back and rewind.
Oh, thank God I got no shame in my game. Okay, so I know someone who met someone online. And they talk every night. Granted, you can't, I mean, I guess you can please do like the virtual masturbation or whatever, but you can't interact. Like, you don't know how well their game is or whatever, how they're going to please you till you meet them. She's dating some dude that lives states away. Like, let's go with like at least a 16-hour drive. He flew her out. I guess they had such an amazing time because she's driving down there soon. Yeah. So how, like, you have to go down there to meet and to find out eventually.
Yeah. I mean, but the main thing is, if you fly somebody out, you are expected for something to happen.
There's some type of expectation.
Yes. If you're not going to do something, don't go.
I think that, like, me personally, you're not going to fly me out. What I will do is pay for my own stuff. Yeah. We can meet up over there. We're not spending that whole fucking time together because I usually don't even like people like that. So, you know, we can set certain times to meet up if I decide. And only if I decide you're going to get some, then you get some. And if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen.
Well, sometimes you take an L. What if you're paying for everything? you're gonna take that L.
He's like, it's like the stocks. You lose some money, you make some money. It's like,
that it's funny to say it, but then when you go and you cancel her flight, you cancel her hotel, you're not taking that L. You're making her take that L.
I mean, most places you'll get a refund or credits or something. I mean, maybe not the full refund because you might lose deposits and stuff, but
right.
I don't know. I'm just like, I think just clear communication solves all that.
You do. If
That's
the
all
person
there is.
communicates, like if you're gonna fly me out, I can't guarantee you we're gonna sleep together or something's gonna happen. I mean, if the date goes well, then we'll end the night together. If it doesn't go well, then we're not. And I think I would make sure that I screenshot.
I'm such an upfront person. I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, I don't plan on sleeping with you. Like, if it happens, it happens. But do not expect that shit. Like, so where do we stand after that conversation? Like, that's.
I mean, if I have no money to pay for where I'm gonna go, and you offer, I'll let you know right up front. It depends on how it goes. If I feel like we vibe, then I may stay the night with you. If we don't vibe, I'm staying the night alone. And it's still, you're paying for it because I have no money to see you.
If I don't have any money to cover for anything, I'm not going. I don't care if you are paying for everything, I'm not going. Because I need to know, like, should something happen? Should it not work out? Let you be a fucking serial killer? I need to know I can fucking escape. I'm not.
But what if he really wants to meet you and he says, whether we vibe or not, you have that paid for here?
Then that's fine. I'm still, whether I got charged on my credit card or something, I'm not going nowhere empty-handed. Nowhere. I'm going to have that money some way, somehow. If I got to take one of those 24-hour loans to make sure, then that's what I'm doing. I'm not relying on someone else for me to get back somewhere safely.
It takes 4 to 6 weeks for those funds to get back. Sounds like somebody got some experience.
You flying people out? But
anyway.
No. I think if you just speak on your expectations right in the beginning, like, if I do this, I expect to get laid. Or if I go out there, don't expect to have sex. If it happens, it happens, but that is not the game plan.
I would definitely let somebody know, like, if I'm paying for you to come and I pay for your stay, I pay for your dinners, I expect the dean right off the bat. By any means necessary. I agree. No, I don't agree by that. I don't agree.
That's like that chick that broke into her ex's house, you remember? And while he was sleeping, she wrote him, and then he called, like, the cops on her, and she's like, I was just trying to, like, get some stop or whatever, and like, that's still rape, bitch, that's still rape. So, not by any means necessary.
Not by any means necessary.
No, we don't rape the unwilling.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, you could rape the willing. I mean,
the willing,
it's not rape, but
all right, guys, that is the end for tonight's show. Thank you for tuning in, for participating. We hope you have a good weekend. Don't forget to submit your topics.
Our DMs are always open. You can ask us or submit, or if you have ideas, like, we're open to suggestions.
Bye, guys.